Here we go, back here again with the post-game bounce with your boy, Parish Sharkey, the beat reporter for the Memphis Grizzlies for Bluff City Media. The Grizzlies have just won their fifth game in a row, fourth in a row at home, five overall after defeating the New Orleans Pelicans, and also won their first NBA Cup game over the 2 years of the Cup games. And this was the first game Ja Morant actually got to play in the Cup game as well. So over 2 years, they have been 0-6. And Ja Morant, he was suspended all the last season. This year, or he suspended on all the Cup games last season before he returned from his suspension. And this season, he missed the first two games with injury, which were they lost to the Golden State Warriors. And name slipping me right now. Golden State and Denver Nuggets. Yep, which was their last loss against the Denver Nuggets last Tuesday at the NBA Cup games. So yes, 5 in a row for the Grizzlies. Another pretty good shooting night. Another really good defensive effort. They held the Hornets to 40, a little under 42% shooting. Just a really good, solid all-around performance. Ja Morant returned and dazzled the crowd. He had the alley oop. Had another attempt, another attempt that didn't get to him. I did ask Scottie Pippen Jr. about that after the game, and how hey, how you fumbled the opportunity? He was just saying, hey, he had already thought about throwing the lob before he had even got the pass and just ended up losing it. So that was pretty cool moment. But yeah, really good game, good vibes. Black Friday game. The Grizzlies were in the not the grit and grind era, the Grizz next gen era since 2019, which is when Ja Morant entered the league. They were 1-3 in Black Friday games. The only one they didn't have was 2020, which that season started in December because of the short and due to COVID, the COVID year. But yeah, they were 1-3 with their only win coming against the Pelicans 2 seasons ago. So the irony, yes, the 2 wins, and since Ja Morant has entered the league on Black Friday, have come against the Pelicans. And so good vibes all around, beating a rival team that's beaten down right now, a team that's suffering the same fate the Grizzlies suffered last season with the injuries. They did get DeJounte Murray back. CJ McCollum was back tonight as well. Trey Murphy missed some time. He's back, but they were missing Brandon Ingram. Zion is out. Herbert Jones, he's out. They're missing a lot of players. Of course, the Grizzlies are still without Zach Edey, G.G. Jackson, as well as Vince Williams Jr. And their lineup as well. So either way, both teams missing players, but New Orleans is really going through it. They are now 4-15 after their loss to the Grizzlies, dead last in the Western Conference right now. And the Grizzlies have moved into a tie for third at 13-7 with the Golden State Warriors, who did not play tonight. I think they have a record of 12-7 or 12-6, something along those lines. But the Grizzlies officially tied them for third place in the Western Conference. So moving on up the standings, let me get to the positives. Ja Morant had 27 points and 7 assists. That's your star player. He's doing star player things. He's back on the court. He did mention something I asked him a question about, and which I get to in a second with Jaren. I asked him about him and Jaren, him getting the game. Ja Morant seems to start the game off pretty well in rhythm, and then Jaren Jackson gets to go in the second half in the games that Ja Morant has played, his last 2 games specifically. And during the process of me asking him that, he ended it kind of saying, I had to get back and play tonight. Yeah, it's kind of tough when I'm in the out lineup. That's why I had to play tonight. So I had to get in so we can get in rhythm and get more on one accord. But I was asking more of that question because Jaren had ended with 23 points, but in the first half, he only had 6. And Ja Morant, I think he had 16 or something in the first half. So, and this is the second time, I think when Ja played, when they played early this week, Monday, it was kind of the same thing. And Jaren had 9 at halftime, and he ended with 23. And Ja Morant had 15 at halftime. Now he had 20 at halftime that game. He only ended with 22. So I was trying, pick their brain a little bit, but he said it was full of the game. Just things. It comes with what the defense is giving them, and they're taking what the defense is giving them. So great job on there. Jalen Wells kind of had a mini slump since he had been the starter over Marcus Smart. Had a couple of folks had some jokes saying, hey, all right, he look over his shoulder. Marcus Smart dropped 25 that last game. He came back out, had 13 points, hit 2 threes. Playing really good defense on CJ McCollum and DeJounte Murray. Also, Ja Morant was commended about his defense last night. and got rave reviews, and everybody was excited about, yes, like, and him himself just saying like, yeah, I'm taking that personal when teams try to attack me. So really good defense effort by Ja Morant as well. As a team collectively, really good. Santi Aldama was the bench guy tonight. Last game it was Marcus Smart and Jake LaRavia. Tonight it was Santi Aldama. He went 8 for 9, only missed one shot, had 20 points. I want to say he hit a couple of threes. Did he? And checking the stats. Yep, 3 from 3, 6 rebounds. Santi has been doing it all, rebounding really well this season. He actually been struggling shooting from the three this season. He was shooting in the 20%. So seeing him go 3 for 3 tonight was really good to see from him. So shout out to Santi. Shout out to the bench as a whole. They still play well as a unit. Mark Smart had 11 points out the bench after scoring 25 the last game. So much needed. The negative, unfortunately, as it is a negative, Desmond Bane had his third straight single-digit scoring game. And for a player his caliber, that is alarming. He does look a little hobble, like, like he's himself. But also, when as deep as the Grizzlies are, yes, it's noticeable because of who he is. But it's kind of one of them deals where, and I kind of peeped it tonight because he only attempted 8 shots tonight. He went 3 for 8. The last game he only attempted 6 shots, I believe, and went like 2 for 6. The game before that he went 1 for 10. So that was obviously the worst of it all. And it's just like what's going on, and with the rotations, they played 11 guys tonight. Desmond Bane normally he's the first one to sub out of the starters, which if Ja is starting the game off hot, Ja's getting it going. So Dez, right, is either one or the other, right? And in that case scenarios, he's the first one out. Usually he comes in with the second unit and he runs the second unit. I ain't gonna say unfortunately, it's been fortunately. Last game, Marcus Smart came in out the bench firing, right? And it was looking good. Santi and Jake LaRavia. This game, Santi Aldama came out the bench, leading the bench unit. So it's like when Dez come back in, you already have somebody else's hot feed the high hand, right? Also, with the 11-man rotation, he's not necessarily coming back in at the time he normally does come back in, because now Scottie Pippen Jr. is the 11 guy. He's come in probably at the time, probably dead, so we'll probably return back in. So probably just how deep the team is just deep, right? And we can afford for Dez to have single-digit games at this moment. The key is hopefully he snaps out of this funk. Hopefully he starts attempting more shots, because like I said, he only attempted 8 shots. Ja and Jerry attempted 18. Marcus Smart attempted 11. Santi attempted 9. Jay Hub attempted 7. Jaden Wells attempted 9. Like, really, hypothetically, Desmond Bane needs to be attempted 15 shots. Right? Last 2 games, he's attempted 8 plus 6, 14 total. So, hypothetically, shoot more, he'll probably score more. It's not a need right now. He's playing within the flow of the team. That's going to come a point in time when he needs to score, which happened last week against Philly, and he scored 20 points. So we know what he's capable of. We know he can get to it. I'm not as worried right now. Just hoping that he is healthy, right? So it was noticeable, but I don't think I still ain't got too much pause for concern. Long as he shows it when the time is needed. Right now, it's not needed. So I'm not going to really trip over it right now. So shout out to the team. Game after the holidays. Eating good Thanksgiving food and all this stuff. Shout out to them, taking care of business. They have one more of this 4-game homestand, and 7 out of 8 games at home, and 8 out of 10 games at home, and 9 out of 12 games at home. Literally, they have a lot of home games in this stretch right now. So they finish it off with the Pacers on Sunday, and then they have their last NBA Cup game at the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday. So again, shout out to the Grizzlies. This is the post-game bounce with your boy Parish Sharkey. Be right for Bluff City Media once again. Till next time, man. Peace.